Social media is hard, but it doesn't have to be. And if you've never done social media and you're selling cars right now and you're like, I have no clue where to start, I do want to build a personal brand. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide to launching your social media account. And I'm going to make sure at the end of this video, you feel extremely comfortable with how to operate and navigate through social media. And at the very end, I'm going to give you an awesome strategy that one of my students used to sell 33 extra cars. Yes, you heard me right. Corey Creates Car Deals right here. Didn't do social media a couple months ago. Was able to sell 33 extra cars in 1 month with this strategy. But let's dive into the video and let's get that social media account started. The first thing you're going to need to do, if you don't already have it up, is set up accounts. Now, please, I know this sounds so mundane, and of course you need accounts, right? Please, 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 for the love of God, just hear me out on this one. So many students make mistakes. And I have a student that probably cost him over 200 million views and probably $30,000 in platform revenue. And if you don't know what platform revenue is, not to go on a tangent here, but these platforms pay you to talk about social media. And his name's Dealer Plate Guy. And Dealer Plate Guy, one of my first students who has over 300,000 followers, decided he was going to do TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram and no YouTube. And well, lo and behold, as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook blow up, he's not posting on YouTube, even though I told him to. He just refused to do it. And his YouTube ended up, after he eventually did it, after an entire year of not doing it, ended up blowing up. He got like 10,000 subs in 1 month, ended up getting monetized, making a bunch of money his first month. And if he had been doing YouTube this entire time, like I told him to, we wouldn't have had this problem. And here's the thing. Posting on social media is free. So why would you not optimize in at least 4 extra chances and post the exact same video on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook? And that's the strategy, guys. When you're starting this, starting from scratch, trust me, please, 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 blindly trust me on this. Post the exact same video on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Now, to do that, you're gonna need to set up a Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you don't have that set up, here's what that looks like. Go to YouTube, set up an account. Go to TikTok, set up an account. Go to Instagram, set up an account. But Facebook, there is a small caveat. You want to set up a Facebook page, not a profile. You're going to need a profile for the page. If you have no social media at all, then you're going to need to set up a Facebook profile. But you want a page because a page has benefits like unlimited followers, reviews. You can put your email on it. The bio is a little bit differently. You can insert links. Make sure you have a Facebook page. If you've been using your Facebook profile, please make the switch to a page, because if you follow the strategies in this video, you're going to blow up. In a Facebook page, you can have unlimited followers, and a profile, it's kind of capped at a certain, I think it's 5,000 right now as this video is being made. You don't have 5,000 friends, but you can have unlimited followers of people following your page. So to be clear, bare minimum, Facebook page, Instagram page, YouTube page, TikTok page. Don't second guess it. You can do LinkedIn, you can do X. We have some people that do it, but those 4 are the main 4 that where short form video converts the highest. If you're not going to do this, don't take any of my other advice, because this is the best advice I'm giving you. I see so many people do this so wrong. And I made the mistake early on. I didn't have a Facebook page. I did Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And once I started my Facebook page, it actually exploded. I had been doing YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram for years. No Facebook page. And guys, I didn't like Facebook. I still don't like Facebook. I don't use Facebook. So if you're sitting here saying, well, I don't like TikTok, I don't like YouTube, I don't use Instagram, you don't need to use these platforms to post on them. You're going to have 4 extra chances at the next customer, the next buyer, the next follower, the next fan, the next comment, the next like, whatever it is. We're posting the same video. We're not making different videos for these platforms. We're posting the same exact video. Please do that. Now, next thing you need to do is come up with a name for your social media account. And guys, you do not need a fun name. Look, Russ Flips Whips, really cool. Dealer Plate Guy, great name. Both, maybe it helps a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. There's a guy with more followers than me, George Saliba, and his name on social media is George Saliba. And he has more followers than me, get more reviews, get more likes, comments, the whole 9 yards. And his name is just his name. Do not be this guy. I worked with somebody who spent 3 weeks thinking of a name, wouldn't post on social media because he wanted to have like this creative, cool, funny name, that just had a jingle to it on social media, like Russ Flips Whips, because he thought my name was awesome and he had to have a really cool name. Well, he spent 3 weeks thinking of a name and then thought of a name and then changed it like a week later. So you can always change your name. If you can't think of a name, just make it your name. The name you have on social media is not a big deal. I see so many people overthink this. You're going to have to name your page something. You have to come up with a name, but it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It doesn't have to be the world's wittiest and most creative name. It could just be your name. Please just get moving with the social media pages, get them set up. Do not overthink your name. Now, something that's really important, I made this mistake early on. And when I made this one switch, I was able to go from getting like a little bit of leads, like 5 to 10 a week, to hundreds of leads. And here's exactly how you do that. And there's a few strategies here. Pick the one you like the best and you think in the one you're most comfortable with. But at a minimum, when it comes to setting up your bio, yes, your bio is this short little paragraph and a couple of words that people see at the top of your page that tell them about you. Don't do what I did. My bio used to say car sales, dog dad, believer in God, and it didn't say anything about where I worked and what I actually did. So what it needs to say is car salesperson at Beyond Lincoln, like something like that. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's where I worked. That's the city I was in, and exactly what I did. I sell new Lincolns. Your bio is like a short little snippet of what you do, where you do it, and most importantly, and so many people make this mistake, don't make this mistake, how can they get a hold of you? Our top students that do really good, put their cell phone out. By the time I had made the switch to a bio that said exactly what I did and where I worked, I made the decision just to use my email. And you can use your email too. I was getting way too many people calling me because I just had such a big following that I couldn't do my cell phone. If you're new to this and you want to sell more cars, put your cell phone in there. Don't be afraid. And we have students that are selling literally 20 to 25 cars extra, not total, selling like 35 to 40, selling 25 extra cars a month from social media because they're putting their cell phone number. And what do people do? Get a hold of them. That's what you want. Some people won't send an email, they'll send a text. But your bio should say where you work, where you live, what you sell, and how they can get a hold of you. That is so important. What is the whole point of social media? It's a page, it's a billboard of who you are and how they can get a hold of you. And these are so important. So do not skip this step when you're doing your bio. They're all a little different on all the platforms. They all have a different character allotment. Some can be really long, like YouTube lets you do a really long bio. Instagram and TikTok make it really short. Facebook's kind of medium. Just find a version for all four that works. That's what I highly recommend. Now you're gonna need a profile picture too. This is really important. Go somewhere with good lighting and bust out that really nice smile and take an awesome profile picture that looks good. Don't use an old photo. Make it really current. Take it at work, wearing your uniform, and just look extremely professional. This is so important. Do not skip this. Don't use a crappy photo. This is where people are going to see your smile. And people like people who smile. No one wants to be like, man, that guy looked so angry in his profile picture, I'm going to call him. No, they want to deal with someone who looks friendly. Now you got your pages set up. You got your profile picture. You're looking awesome. You got your bio set up. Now, this is where the hard part is. What are you going to talk about? I'll give you guys some ideas on some different strategies, but most importantly, I think your first video, if you've never made one before, should just be you introducing yourself and why you work at your dealership. And you could do like a super canned video. I think, guys, the first video is going to be awkward. It is. You're not going to like the way you sound. You're not going to like the way you look. This is just going to happen. Nobody ever in the history of mankind liked the way they looked or sounded on camera. So get over it. Get over yourself. This first video probably won't get a lot of hits anyways, so this is just a practice run, but you do need to post it to all four platforms. In your first video, just be like, I'm working at this dealership for XYZ amount of time, and here's why I actually work here, and then just tell the story. Tell the story of why you work at your dealership. Maybe you've been working there since you were in high school. Maybe you saw an ad in the paper. Maybe your best friend worked there. Maybe you went in for an oil change. Maybe you met the general manager and you used to serve tables down. It doesn't really matter. Tell the story as just a good introduction and really just to kind of get used to being on camera. That's what I recommend for your first video. But when it comes to like, okay, I got to make more videos. You should be making a video like once per day at least. And we'll talk about that. Like what are the strategies and different types of content? I'll kind of give you guys an overview to get your wheels turning here. If you've been following me, you're on social media at all, you see people like to make skits. Skits are where you reenact like a car buying process or something in the automotive industry, that is relatable. And this is where you're kind of acting. Now, these are kind of hard to pull off if you're not funny and don't have a good imagination. So I don't know if I'd recommend starting here, but if you want to start here, you can. And I recommend you experiment with all of these. But skits are a great way to make a video, and they really do get really good engagement. So don't sleep on the skits. They probably won't sell you a car, but they will get eyeballs on you. Now, a vlog is where you just pull your phone out and talk to the camera. These are super easy to pull off because you're just talking. You're just brain dumping. Don't try to make these perfect. If you say or ah, it's okay. Just get used to talking to the camera and telling your stories. Hey, I just traded a car. Hey, this just happened with a customer. Hey, we just found a squirrel in an engine bay and they chewed up all the wire. Whatever it is, just get good at storytelling. People like stories. People watch people talk on social media. You're watching me talk right now on social media. So don't be afraid to just get on the camera and tell a story. And that's where a vlog could be a really good thing because every day at the car dealership is usually different. Every customer, every trade-in, every interaction is completely different. So it's a really easy strategy. And I actually recommend starting with vlogs first because you just get really comfortable on camera the more you're just unfiltered and talking to it. Behind the scenes is the easiest, but probably the hardest to edit. And if you don't know how to edit, this can be a little bit tougher to start with. This is where you just pull your phone out and just record whatever you're doing. Now, you kind of have to be somewhat interesting. It doesn't have to be the world's greatest, but like talking to a customer on the phone, record it. Now get their permission, get your dealership permission before you do anything like this. You're talking to your manager, desking a deal, record it. Great strategy because you're already going to have that conversation anyways. You're just recording it. Now, sometimes these videos end up being 10 minutes long, talking to your manager at his desk or talking to a customer on the phone or whatever it might be. So these can be lengthier videos that do need chopped down and require a little bit more editing. But these behind the scenes videos are a great strategy to kind of do two things at once. You're already going to go talk to your manager about a deal. Might as well record it. You're going to go call that customer. You're already going to call them. Might as well record it. Just a little bit more editing. Just beware of that when you're doing behind the scenes content. Car reviews. You're already getting paid to sell cars. You should be pretty good at speaking about the cars you're selling. Go record yourself reviewing a car. Great strategy. People are going to find you all over social media. Ask your customers that if you're selling new cars, especially what kind of research they did and where they did it. They're probably going to say they were on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook watching videos of the car they want to buy. So the customers are already looking up, Ford F-150 Platinum review. Difference between a King Ranch and a Ford Platinum. Why is the Platinum 10,000 more than the King Ranch? I don't even know if that's right or not. I'm just making this up as I go. So you should be making videos that are answering these questions. Car reviews are a great way to really get comfortable on camera because you are presenting cars for a living at an hour to 2 hours at a time. So you should be able to make a 1-minute video on a car. It's not that hard. And lastly, the last type of content before we dive into the next step in this guide is educational content. Educating people like your grandma asked you what she would need to know before she went and bought a car, put that on the internet. And this will help you attract more buyers and get more trust. How to get the best interest rate, how to get the most money for their trade, things to look out for. All this stuff that people are, once again, already looking up. They need to be hearing it from you, not somebody else. Now, this is all fine and dandy, Russ, but okay, I got the ideas. What do I actually do next? Don't overthink this. First off, just record the video on your phone. You don't need, I'm recording this on a couple $1,000 camera. That's great. I'm super privileged to have been able to purchase this, but just my phone, I got over 1 million followers. Now, do you need microphones? This is a maybe. I didn't use a microphone either. Over 1 million followers, no microphones. With that being said, if you're in like a super windy city or like a really busy dealership where it's just always loud or whatever it might be, I've been to some dealerships where they actually detail and have their detail bays like outside because it's like sunny out 24/7 basically there. And then you get the air hoses and the machines and the shop going. I mean, if there's a ridiculous amount of noise, use microphones. At my dealership, wasn't really windy. Everything was inside. I could walk the lot, go make a video. Didn't need a microphone. Sometimes the video will be a little windy. I never overthought. And that's the reason a lot of you guys are going to struggle with this. You're overthinking. I don't overthink. This video right now, I scripted out 2 minutes ago and I put down a bunch of notes and here we are and I'm pulling it off and I like to think I'm doing a good job. Do not overthink the content. Trust me, you do not need a microphone. If you're going to buy a microphone though, get the DJI 2 Mini. That's what we use. I love it. I'm not using it right now, but it's a great microphone. Now you got your account set up. You got your bio set up, profile picture. You got some ideas lined up. You got to edit the videos. Editing is the biggest barrier to entry when it comes to social media content. If you want the video to all look presentable, I recommend just watching, guys, YouTube. You're watching this video right now. There are YouTube videos out there on how to edit for free so you can learn how to edit. Now, I recommend editing within the software called CapCut. It's what I've used. Don't buy the paid version. You don't need it yet. I still use the free version to this day. Now, I have a brother that helps me edit some content. He paid for the pro version. It's like $20 a month. Sure, go buy the paid version. I use the free version. I make videos all the time, multiple times a week on my own that I personally edit, and I use the free version. Once again, 1 million followers, CapCut for free. You do not need to pay. Social media is free, and everything to make the videos happen, you can do for free. And a pro tip, if you don't want to edit, just do the video perfectly in the first take. Easier said than done, but we do have some people we work with that are actually really natural speakers and can tell a whole story without making a mistake. If you can learn to do that, you will not have to do much editing at all. Now, when it comes to like coming up with ideas, what I recommend is in your phone or a Google document or a notepad, if you're a little old school, you got to write the ideas down. Once you immerse yourself in social media, you're going to like always be thinking of ideas. But what happens is if you don't write it down, you forget it. And when it's time to film, you're not going to have that idea on hand. I have thousands of ideas written down on my phone right now. I never run out of ideas because I'm always thinking of them. I'm always writing them down. You need to write these ideas down somewhere. But everything's an idea, guys. Anything that happens, you trade in a car, customer says something to you, a customer asks a question, a friend asks a question to you about buying a car. This is a video and you should write it down. You should answer that question. If your friend has the question, other people probably have that same question. Do not make the mistake of just trying to wing it. If you try to wing it, you're not going to do very well. Now, if you're like a lot of the people we work with, you're actually probably pretty busy. You're working 55, 60 hours a week. You're like, where am I going to find time to make videos? And it's not easy at first. I won't lie to you guys. It's not easy making content at first, but you need to do what I did, which is batch content. What does that mean? That means you're not just going to make one video, sit down, edit, post it, try to do that every day. You're going to make multiple videos. Even the best of the best car salespeople have openings in their day or their week. An hour, 2 hours where you're kind of just putzing around doing nothing. Don't lie to yourself. Don't kid me. I know guys that sell over 50 cars a month that sometimes they have a slow day. It happens. Now, often you're busy. I get that. Saturdays, you're super busy. Wednesday evening, you might be super busy, but there's always that 1 to 2 hours during the week where it just seems like it's completely dead. That's where you batch content. That's where you make 3, 4, 5, 6. We have people who are making 10 videos at a time, so they have stuff to post when they are busy. Because if you miss a day of posting, it's okay. You miss 2 days, it starts to become a habit. Then you next thing you know, you're not posting at all. And it's really easy to fall off the wagon. So batching content, always having videos ready to be posted is the best way to do this. You want to have videos because maybe you're going to take a day off. Maybe you are going to be busy. Maybe you're going to go on this awesome stretch of selling cars and you're really not going to have time to make content. This is why you need to batch content. So always dedicate time to making a few videos at a time. Now, when it comes to staying consistent, I just can't help you with this. This is the most important step in this entire process is staying consistent. You just have to want it that bad. I can't help you with this. Now, if you're the type of person who falls in love with the progress, like actually like the results, like seeing like the leads come in and the views and the clicks and the comments, this game isn't for you. You need to love the process. You need to actually love making videos. You need to love becoming a better speaker on camera. You need to love the idea of putting yourself out there, branding yourself, and marketing yourself to sell more cars. If you love the process more than the progress, you'll stay consistent. Just like going to the gym. I love to equate it back to the gym. If you go to the gym every day for a month, on the treadmill, lifting the heavy weights, grunting, doing everything, busting a sweat, you probably won't look any different. Same with social media. Sure, we've had people we work with have some success really early on. We've also had some people see no success early on, but it's always the same story over and over and over again. The people who are the most consistent, posting every day on social media, every working day, to clarify. If you want to post every day, you should, but every working day, it's like 5 to 6 days a week for most of you, 20 to 24 videos a month. Those are the people who see the big time results. An extra 10 car deals in a month, an extra 15 car deals, an extra 33 car deals, like this guy I'm about to tell you, because they were consistent. I cannot help you with this. This is something you have to come up with internally. And if you can't be consistent, do not start if you're not going to be consistent. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, what is the tip that the one student I worked with who sold 33 extra cars in one single month? What was he doing? And this isn't going to apply to everybody, but if you're selling new cars, this will likely work for you. This can work for used cars as well, but it'll work better for new cars. So Corey worked at a dealership that had cars with a bunch of rebates. And he told me that his dealership was really good at helping people get out of negative equity. 5 grand, 8 grand, 10 grand. He had a customer, I think, with like 20 grand with negative equity. So I said, dude, you need to promote that. You know how many people there are that have negative equity? And he took one of our strategies and started making content promoting how we can help people get out of negative equity. And all it took was one deal. And this is where it gets a little crazy. So he was able to get one person to see his videos talking about, I think it was a Ford Mach-E. Hey, if you have negative equity and you need to get out of it and you don't care what you drive, come get this Mach-E. I'll get you out of negative equity. So he does that video, then sells one car. And then I said, hey, you need to talk about their story. Make a vlog style video talking about how you actually help them. So now he's making a video. Hey, I just helped a customer with $8,000 negative equity get out of their car. If you are somebody like them and you have $8,000 negative equity and you want to get out of your car, I can help you. And this flywheel effect of him promoting that he helps people get out of negative equity and then talking through the testimonials of the people he actually helped to get out of negative equity, this flywheel of, just running that strategy had people from all over the country reaching out to him. He had received so many leads from this strategy that he had to literally go hide in his car because he had so many credit applications that he had to just go sit down for some peace of quiet. Here's the clip of him in his car hiding.
Y'all are insane. I've gotten hundreds of messages in the last 2 days here on TikTok from the video I posted the other day. And literally me and my brother had to go hide away in the car. All these folders are applications people have submitted that we've been working on. We're getting tons of approvals, helping a lot of people out from all over the country.
And guys, this is just one strategy that somebody was able to pull off with negative equity. We have hundreds of students across the world pulling off different strategies for their different markets, for their different goals. Not everyone's helping people get out of negative equity. We just have people who are just selling cars because they're really good at what they do or promoting their specific inventory. There's a million different strategies you can come up with. And if you get on social media and actually take it seriously, you are going to sell more cars. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, Russ, I need legit help. I want to get to the next level and I want to work with you one-on-one. If you're somebody who is willing to learn and willing to be consistent, not only in social media, but now another thing, learning, hit the link down below and you can work with me one-on-one where I will take you through the exact strategies and the exact playbooks that Corey and all of our other students are using. You'll have access to our private Discord, our training community, our live calls, and we're going to run you through an actual certification program to make sure that you're going to see the results that you deserve to see. Now, none of this comes easy. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of consistency. But if you are tired of waiting on the front door and working and relying on your dealership for your next opportunity, and you want to be like our top students who make their own schedule, generate their own leads, and don't have to wait on anybody else to make a paycheck. If you truly want that, hit that link down below, fill out the application, and someone on my team will reach out and we'll walk you through exactly what we do. Let me know in the comments, what do you want my next video to be about? And for more content like this, follow Russ Flip Swips.